Hi, I'm Megan Powell of the Essex Bridge Center, and today's lesson is a review of the 4-4 major suit fit. We are trying to review the fundamentals as we move forward and expand learning in different areas of opener and responder bidding. So we started off already in a previous lesson reviewing the 5-3 major suit fit. We're going to spend most of our time in this lesson in the 4-4 major suit fit, although we will go back and review the fundamentals from our last lesson. So let's get started. So we're going to focus most of our energy on the 4-4 major suit fit in this lesson, but we want to lay the groundwork first. And I always like to start with remembering how an opener gets going in the auction. Let's talk about the opener's priority list. When we are the opener, when we know we will open, and we will open with a standard opening bid, it's because we have 12 to 20 high card points. Now, our first choice on the opener's priority list with 12 to 20 high card points is to open a major suit, one heart or one spade. We love major suits. They score so well. When you open one heart or one spade, you are holding 5 or more cards in that major suit, any 5 cards, and you have 12 to 20 high card points. Now, if you did not have a 5-card major, you would then try to open the second item on the opener's priority list, and that would be opening one no trump, but it has very specific requirements. You would have to have 15, 16, or 17 high card points in the opener's 12 to 20 range, and you would have to have a balanced hand. Part of that balanced hand criteria is that you don't have a 5-card major. So without a 5-card major, you look for number 2 on the list. Could you open one no trump? Now, there are going to be times when you have your 12 to 20 high card points, you don't have a 5-card major, so you will not open one heart or one spade. You don't meet all of the requirements to open one no trump, and therefore we're going to have to move down to number 3 on the opener's priority list. This is our default when we can't do the first 2. We will open with 12 to 20 points, but now we will open a minor suit, one club or one diamond. We only have to have 3 cards in our minor suit when we make that opening bid. And again, we are saying we don't have a 5-card major and we don't meet the requirements to open one no trump. So we're going to spend some time in this lesson opening minor suits and see where that takes us. Now, part of the thing we have to think about in terms of where that takes us is the possibility of a game contract. Even though the opener starts in a minor suit, the responder and the opener still want to find their way to a major suit if possible. And whenever possible, they want to find themselves in a major suit game contract. Now, it's not always possible, but it is what we desire the most. A major suit game contract is at the 4 level. Compare that to a no trump game contract, which is only at the 3 level. And we will talk in future lessons about minor suit game contracts. We try to avoid them. They are on the 5 level and they don't score very well. So, our fundamentals. How do we make an opening bid? What are our priorities? How high do we want to go? Eventually, whenever possible, game. We started our fundamentals review with our last lesson with the 5-3 major suit fit. So let's just come back to that and make sure that we have the groundwork, because that will then lead us into today's 4-4 major suit fit. So what is the 5-3 major suit fit? Let's say that I'm your partner and I've opened one heart. I am promising you 12 to 20 high card points. I am promising you at least 5 heart cards. Now, you are my partner, my responder. If you have at least 3 heart cards, that means we have found an 8-card fit together. in that heart suit. I started with 5 high card points and 5 cards in my heart suit in my opener's hand. You have at least 3 cards in the heart suit in your responding hand. That's how we get a 5-3 major suit fit. Now we're always looking for an 8-card major suit fit in whatever form, right? This is how we find it when the opener starts in a major with at least 5 cards and responder has at least 3 cards in that same major. When we can, the goal is to get to a game, 25 points together for a 4-level heart game contract or spade contract. I will remind you about the opener ranges with a fit and the responder ranges with a fit. These are your guidelines. The minute we know we have a major suit fit, we want to use these numbers to help us figure out how close are we getting to 25 points for that wonderful game level contract. So let's go a little more deeply into the 5-3 major suit fit, okay? Here's board 1 from your practice handout. South is our dealer, says so up here. Here are your high card points down here. South does have 12 to 20 high card points, and South has a 5-card or longer major suit. South is going to make an opening bid in 1 spade. Now the auction moves to the next player, in this case, West. West is the opponent, and West could make a bid for that opposing partnership under certain conditions. West is going to first look for something called a simple overcall. A simple overcall is when the opponent would hold a good 5-card or longer suit. Now that could be a major suit or a minor suit, and good means at least 1 high honor in it. In addition to that length in a suit, West would also need certain point count. Now, because South opened 1 spade, there are no remaining suits that could be bid on the 1 level. West would have to bid a simple overcall suit on the 2 level now. So West would need 10 to 16 high card points and a good 5-card or longer suit. Well, West doesn't have that. West has 10 high card points, but does not have a 5-card suit. West does not have a simple overcall. West is passing. The auction moves to North. Now, North is the responder. Now, your first task, North, when your partner opens a major suit, is to look for a fit. You would need 3 spade cards at least to go with South's 5 or more spade cards. If you had at least 3 spade cards, North, to go with South's 5, that would get you to a 5-3 major suit fit. And North, you do have at least 3 spade cards. So now, North, your responding hand should add distribution before you make your first responding bid. Add 1 distribution point for the diamond doubleton. Your 8 high card responding points just became 9 total responding points. Now, if you look at your responder ranges with a fit, that would tell you that you are a minimum responding hand, North. You raise a minimum amount to 2 spades. So responder raises just a minimum amount, but shows the spade fit to the opener. And when the auction returns to South's opening hand, now South knows there is, in fact, a spade fit. And this is when South gets to add distribution before making a second bid. South, go ahead and add 1 distribution point for your heart doubleton. Add 2 distribution points for your club singleton. That's a lot of distribution. Your 13 high card points, South, just became 16 invitational opening points. Where did I get that information from? Look at your opener point ranges with a fit. They're in the front of your practice packet. If South, the opener, has 16 to 18 opening points, that is an invitational opening point count. And that means that South's opening hand should invite in the spade suit. The invitational level is 1 level below game, so South should invite in 3 spades. Now the auction will go back to North's responding hand. North, you're being invited by the opener. How does responder decide whether to continue on to game in 4 spades or whether to pass? Well, we already know that North has 6 to 9 minimum responding points. North will make the decision about going on to 4 spades or passing based on wherever he is in that 6 to 9 point range. If responder's points are 6 or 7, really, responder should pass. But if responder's points are 8 or 9, opposite, south 16, 17, or 18, you know what? I would go to 4 spades. Now, North, with your distribution, you have 9 total responding points. Opposite, South's 16, 17, 18 invitational opening points. I think you have 25 points. You should accept the invitation, and North responder, you should go to 4 spades. Okay, so that's a picture of the 5-3 major suit fit. It starts with the opener bidding a 5-card major. Responder has at least 3 cards in opener's major. We found our 8-card major suit fit. We're going to use it as a trump suit. So that's our 5-3 major suit fit. Now let's discuss the other kind of major suit fit, and that's the 4-4 major suit fit. If the 5-3 major suit fit starts off with opener in a 5-card major, responder having at least 3 cards in the same major to get to the 8-card fit, then the 4-4 major suit is when opener has 4 cards in the major and responder has 4 cards in the same major. It's still an 8-card fit, but we're coming at it from a slightly different direction. So what does the 4-4 major suit usually look like? How does it even start out? Remember, we go back to our opener's priority list. Opener has 12 to 20 high card points, but let's say opener does not have a 5-card major. Well, that means opener's not going to start with 1 heart or 1 spade. So opener looks at the second item on the priority list. But opener does not meet all of the requirements to open 1 no trump and is not going to bid 1 no trump. Well, if opener still has 12 to 20 high card points, opener's absolutely going to open the bidding. What's left on the priority list? Well, now we're down to number 3, and this is when opener starts with either 1 club or 1 diamond, one of the minor suits, 12 to 20 high card points, and the opener could have as few as 3 cards in a minor suit. The point here for opener is to get the auction started. Out of a 40 high card point deck, you, opener, have 12 to 20 high card points, and that's a nice healthy amount of points out of a 40 high card point deck. You want to at least get the auction moving. Tell your partner that you have points. You're starting off in a minor suit. Now, we don't necessarily want to stay in the minor suit, right? How do we feel about minor suit contracts? That's right. They don't score well. We try to avoid them. But we'll start off in one to at least convey some information to our partner. Now, when you do open in a minor suit, if you are opening your longest minor suit, so whichever minor suit is longer, that will be your opening bid. But what if the minor suits were equal length? You had the same number of cards in each of the 2 minor suits. Well, one of the tools you should start using out of your bidding toolbox is this. If you have 4 cards in diamonds and 4 cards in hearts, open the diamond suit, the higher ranking on the bidding ladder. If you have 3 cards in diamonds and 3 cards in clubs, I think I said hearts a minute ago, I'm sorry. 4 cards in diamonds, 4 cards in clubs, you open diamonds. If you have 3 cards in diamonds and 3 cards in clubs, you open clubs. 4-4, open the diamonds. 3-3, open the clubs. The main reason is essentially this. As you grow as a bridge player, and so will your partner, over time, you're going to be able to start making connections based on what has been bid in the auction And once the play of the hand starts, based on opening lead and based on what the auction told you, you're going to be able to start putting together how many cards in a suit a player might have. So for instance, when your partner opens one diamond, your partner will almost always have at least 4 diamond cards. That might be helpful when you get to the play of the hand and you're trying to figure out who has how many diamond cards, because you will be able to know that your partner has at least 4 of them. You look at how many you have, and then you can figure out how many diamonds the opponents have. That becomes helpful when you have to figure out how many times to play a diamond suit before it gets, for instance, trumped. So it is a way to start a counting process. And even if it's not a counting process you're able to employ now, you want to prepare yourself for down the road. Build the right habits. If you're going to open a minor suit, you open your longest minor suit. But if they are equal length and you are 4 and 4 in the minors, you open the higher suit on the bidding ladder, diamonds, 1 diamond. If your minor suits are 3 and 3, you open the lower ranking minor suit on the bidding ladder, open 1 club. So let's say that the opener starts off in a minor suit. If that's true, responder, because partner didn't open a major suit, responder, it's now on your shoulders to begin the process of trying to find a way back into a major suit contract. We love major suits. They score so well. Your opening partner started the auction off in a minor suit. Responder, your first job is to begin the hunt for a major suit fit. So you would look at your hand, responder, and look to see if you have length in hearts or spades. Now, remember, opener does not have a 5-card major suit. Your opening partner would have opened 1 heart or 1 spade, right? But opener could have 4 cards in a major suit. And responder, if you have 4 cards in a major suit and the opener has 4 cards in that same major suit, there we go. We have just found an 8-card major suit fit, and that's where we get the concept of 4-4. It usually occurs because opener starts off in a minor suit. Responder begins the process in a major suit, and opener does have enough cards in that same major suit for them to have an 8-card major suit fit. So let's say I'm your partner and I've opened 1 club or 1 diamond, and you are my responder. You look for 4 or more cards in a major suit. And if you have that, you're going to change the auction to either 1 heart or 1 spade, depending on which of your major suits has at least 4 cards in it. What if I open 1 club or 1 diamond and your responding hand has 4 hearts and 4 spades, 2 4-card majors in the responding hand? Responder, there's an answer to this. You will always respond 1 heart. You'll always show the hearts first, always. When the responder has 4-4 in the major suits, and responder is going to change to a major suit, you always bid up the line, responder, up the bidding ladder. Hearts come first on the bidding ladder as you're going upward. Don't miss a heart fit with opener. So I've opened 1 club or 1 diamond. I have 12 to 20 high card points and no 5-card major, right? So I've started with a minor suit. We've already said responder's first job is to then see if we can find our way back to a major suit fit. So what does responder actually need to bid a brand new major suit? You would need 4 or more cards in a new major suit, and responder, you needed at least 6 high card points. And notice that says high card points, not the word points. Very often in bridge, when we say the word points, we are talking about high card points plus distribution. But you're not adding distribution, responder. You don't know if we're going to find an 8-card fit, right? So you're only using your high card points. So if you, responder, have at least 4 cards in a major suit and at least 6 high card points, you, responder, will bid a new major suit, either one heart or one spade. Now notice that's a one-level responding bid. Responder, you bid a new major suit as cheaply as you can. You don't jump. All right? I don't care whether your responding point count is just 6 high card points or if it's 20 high card points. You always change to a new major suit at the one level as long as you can still bid your major suit at the one level. So let's take a look at a few examples. I'm going to look at your practice packet, and I'm going to go look at board number 6. Now, again, here's your dealer, and here are your high card points. Let's take a look at South's hand. South has 12 to 20 high card points. South, you do not have a 5-card major. Do you meet the requirement to open one no trump? I don't think so. You do have a balanced hand, 4, 4, 3, 2. But to open one no trump, you would have to have 15, 16, or 17 high card points, and you have 13. You have what we like to call no trump light. You are going to open your longest minor suit, South, and that would be 1 club. So far, so good? So you're opening your longest minor suit because it's the 3rd item on the priority list. You could not do the first 2 things on the opener's priority list. So you open 1 club, South, okay? Now, after West passes, because West does not have an overcall bid, we come to North's responding hand. North, your job as responder when your partner opens a minor suit is to try and change the auction to a major suit. You are on the hunt for a major suit fit with opener. What do you need, responder? You have to have at least 6 high card points. You have to have at least 4 cards and at least 1 of the major suits. Now, if I look at North's hand, I can see that North does have at least 6 high card points. In fact, she has 13. And I can see that North has at least 4 cards in the heart suit. How high should North respond in hearts to change the auction? It's a trick question. You never jump, responder. North, you are going to change the auction as cheaply as possible. 1 heart. I know that you have a lot of responding points. Doesn't matter. 6 or more high card points, 4 or more cards in a major suit is a change of suit on the 1 level only. Okay? Now, when we come back to South's opening hand, South, you look at your hand. You know that North is promising you at least 4 heart cards. South, you have 4 heart cards. You have a fit with North's new major heart suit. Yay. That means, South, you are going to bid some level of hearts. You are going to support Responder's new major suit because hearts just became our trump suit. Now it's going to be a matter of how high we're going to bid in hearts. South is going to add 1 distribution point for the diamond doubleton. Now look at your opener ranges with a fit. South, you have 14 minimum opening points. If you look at the opener ranges, it will remind you that you can afford to be on the 2 level with 12 to 15 minimum opening points. So South should raise a minimum amount to 2 hearts. And when we come back to North's responding hand, this is the moment when North does know that there is a heart fit. Now we look at North's hand, and North could now add distribution. Now I don't see any distribution in North's hand. No singletons, no doubletons, no voids. North, you have 13 game-going responding points. Why am I calling them game-going? Look at your responder range chart. 13 or more points are game-going. Now, when we are talking about already having a fit and already having a conversation, here's the other way you can think about it, responder. You know that South opened 1 club. South opened with 12 to 20 high card points. Even if South has a bare bones 12 points, North your responding hand has 13. You know you have 25 points. And once we are at the second level of the auction or later, the one who knows goes. You, North, know that there is a heart fit and at least 25 points, and so you go to 4 hearts. So far, so good. That is your 4-4 major suit fit. And quite often, it is the responder, therefore, who becomes declarer. Responder named the heart suit first, and that's okay. That's fine. Let's try a few more. I'm going to go look at board 7 in your practice packet. South, and we know that South is the dealer, says so there. Here are South's points. Look at South's wildly unbalanced hand. Wow. South has 12 to 20 high card points. No 5-card major. This is not a 1-no trump opening hand. That is nowhere near balanced, right? So even though you have 17 points, you don't have a balanced hand. You are going to open your longest minor suit, South, 1 diamond. Feels like you want to bid something higher than 1 diamond, doesn't it? Nope, nope, nope. Remember your opener priority list. 12 to 20 high card points. If you don't have a 5-card major and you don't meet the requirements to open 1-no trump, with 12 to 20 high card points, you will open your longest minor suit. It could be as few as 3 cards, but it doesn't have to be. 1 diamond. Now, North, you're the responder. Partner has opened a minor suit. Your job as responder in that case is to try and find a major suit fit to nudge the partnership towards. What would North need? North's responding hand needs at least 6 high card points and 4 cards or more in a major suit. Now, if you look at North's hand, North has 2 4-card majors. Woo! How does North know which major suit to change the auction to? Well, you always bid up the line, up the bidding ladder, North. Responders should bid hearts here. So with 6 or more high card points and 4 or more cards in the major suit, North is going to respond 1 heart, hoping that South has 4 hearts as well. Now, South does have 4 heart cards. Fantastic. There is an 8-card heart fit. Ignore the long diamond suit. You have a major suit fit, and we love major suits. Those diamonds are going to be helpful to win tricks anyway, right? But we want to play in a major suit fit as our trump suit. It scores better. South, let's start adding some distribution. I think you could give yourself almost 4 distribution points here. Whether you add 3 points or 4 points, and some people would quibble about which, I would probably just give it 4 points. That's going to get you to at least 20-ish points, isn't it? As your opening hand. And remember that North had to have at least 6 points to change to a new major suit. So if you have 20-ish points, South, and North has 6, well, that's 25 points. You have a hard fit, and you have 25 points. We are now in the second round of the auction. The one who knows goes 4 hearts. Just go right now. When we hit the second round of the auction, if we know there's a game, we get there. And so now North, the responder, is going to be the declarer in 4 hearts. Let's go look at board 9. Now, board 9 is a little different. Take a look, see that South is our dealer, and here are your high card points. I see that South has 12 to 20 high card points. I see that South has a 5-card major. That's number 1 on the priority list, isn't it? I would open 1 heart if I were South. That seems easy enough, right? And now we get to North's responding hand. North does not have 3 heart cards to go with South's 5 or more hearts. We are not going to find a 5-3 major suit fit at this moment. But could responder bid a brand new major suit, even if opener starts with a major suit? Absolutely. Look, if responder does not have a fit with opener's major suit, responder still wants to find a major suit fit, and maybe the partnership could still find a fit in the other major suit, spades. So responder, if you meet the requirements to bid a new major suit, you should do that. So responder, what would you need to investigate a fit in the other major suit, spades? Well, you would need 6 or more high card points, and you would need 4 or more spade cards. Well, you have that, North. You have at least 6 high card points as responder. You have at least 4 spade cards. Let's see if we can find a spade fit. North should change the auction as cheaply as possible, 1 spade, hoping that South has 4 spade cards in addition to South's original 5 heart cards. It is absolutely possible that that's the case. Happens all the time. So then we come back to South. Now, for right now, because we haven't talked about what would happen if South did not have 4 spade cards, that's coming in a future lesson. South does have 4 spade cards to go with responders, 4 or longer card major spade suit. South knows right now there is a spade fit. South gets to add distribution. I would add 2 points, 1 for each of those doubletons, South. Your 15 high card points just became 17 invitational opening points. How do I know it's invitational? Look at your opener ranges with a fit chart. 16, 17, 18 opening points is the invitational range, and that means you should bid 1 level below game level. That's the invitational point range. So South should invite in 3 hearts. Now, the auction comes back to North. North, this is the moment you know there is a spade fit. North, I would add 2 distribution points, 1 for each of your doubletons. You started with 11 high card points, and you now have 13 responding points. South is promising you 16 to 18 invitational opening points. I absolutely believe we have 25 points. Since we are in the second round of the auction, and we have a fit in spades and 25 or more points, the one who knows goes for spades. And North's responding hand will play in 4 spades. So most of the time when we find a 4-4 major suit fit, it is because the opener started off on the 1 level in a minor suit, and responder is changing to a brand new suit on the 1 level in the search for a major suit fit. Now, is there ever going to be a time when a responder changes to a new suit on the 2 level? We've been talking about responder changing on the 1 level. Does responder ever change to a new suit on the 2 level? The answer is yes. Now, it does not always mean that responder is changing to a new major suit. If responder changes to a new suit on the 2 level, it does not have to be a major suit. It could be a major suit or a minor suit. Responder would be describing the responding hand as best as she can. A responder may bid a brand new suit, a major suit or a minor suit, on the 2 level if responder has 10 or more high card points and 5 or more cards in that new suit, major or minor. But here's a huge, important note. You would never change responder to a new suit on the 2 level if you could still bid your suit on the 1 level. Let me give you an example. Suppose I opened 1 diamond. I'm your partner. I opened 1 diamond. And you are my responder. And you have 5 heart cards and 11 high card points. So I opened 1 diamond. You have 5 heart cards and 11 high card points. Well, if you look at my screen right now, it does say you could bid a new suit on the 2 level with at least 10 points and at least 5 cards. And I just said you had 11 high card points and 5 hearts. Does that mean you should, after my 1 diamond, jump to 2 hearts? And the answer is no. You always change to a new suit as cheaply as possible. You would change to 1 heart. The only time you bid a brand new suit on the 2 level is A, you cannot bid it on the 1 level, and B, you do meet the point and length requirements to bid on the 2 level. So let's walk through an example of what that might look like. On board 15 from your practice packet, here is here's your deal. Whoops, making a mess here. Okay, here's your dealer up here. South is the dealer. It says so right up here. Here are your point counts. South has 12 to 20 high card points. South has a 5 card or longer major suit, and South will open 1 spade. So far, so good. Now, West is passing, and we come to North. Now, North, you do not have 3 spade cards for South's 5 or more spade suit. So right now, North, you know there is not a spade fit. But let's look at North's hand. North has 10 high card points. Should North pass? No. Think about it this way. South has 12 to 20 high card points, and even if South only has 12 points, if North has 10 high card points, the partnership right now has at least 22 high card points. We have power. Anytime or most times when a responder has at least 6 high card points or more, responders should bid. And North has 10 high card points. So North, your responding hand really needs to bid something here since you have at least 6 high card points. Now, if you don't have 3 spade cards, do you have a suit you could bid? Well, there is no additional room now on the 1 level for you to bid a brand new suit. South's 1 spade bid has taken up every bit of suit room on the 1 level. If you, North, wanted to bid a new suit, you must bid it on the 2 level. Must. There's no place you can bid it on the 1 level. The bidding ladder's gone. So North, could you bid a new suit on the 2 level? Well, you would have to have 10 or more high card points, and you do. You would have to have 5 or more cards in the suit you're going to bid on the 2 level, and you do. So your job, North, with at least 6 high card points is to bid something. If you cannot support South's major suit, at least describe what you do have. You should bid a new suit on the 2 level, major or minor, with 10 or more high card points and 5 or more cards in this situation. All right. Again, do not bid a suit on the 2 level if you could still bid on the 1 level, but you can't. You cannot bid clubs on the 1 level. With your 10 or more high card points and your 5 or more clubs, you should bid your club suit on the 2 level. Now, does North's responding hand want to play in clubs? No. How do we feel about minor suit contracts? Puh. That's not why North is bidding clubs. North's job is to describe the responding hand. When North responds to clubs, what North is doing is denying and confirming information. North is denying 3 cards for a spade fit right now. North is confirming helpful points, 10 or more. North is also confirming length in a particular suit. If North is showing 5 or more cards in clubs, and North is only holding 13 total cards, that means that there are 5 club cards at least, and then there are 8 other cards divided among the other 3 suits. It starts helping openers start thinking about, well, where could those other cards be? She's telling me she has length in clubs. She doesn't have 3 spade cards. And South, as we continue down the road, you're going to try and start to put together, what could that mean in terms of how many cards are in the other suits? So North's response in two clubs does not mean she loves clubs and wants to play in clubs. North is confirming and denying responding information. She does not have 3-card spade support for South. She has length in the club suit. She does have at least 10 high card points, or she would not have made a 2-level change of suit. Now, when we come back to South, South is saying, well, I wish she'd had 3 spade cards. We would have a spade fit. She's telling me she has 5 club cards. South, you have 3 club cards. That's an 8-card club fit. Do you want to play in clubs, South? No, you don't want to play there either. Now, sometimes we will play in clubs. But if you have something else you can say, South, you'd rather find something else along the lines of a major suit if that's possible. Now, South, you must bid something. You cannot pass North's 2-club response. Do you know why? Let's see if this phrase rings a bell. A new suit by responder is forcing for an opener for 1 round. Why? When North responded 2 clubs, showing the 5 or more club cards and the 10 or more high card points, North has not yet limited her responding point count. Sure, North has at least 10 high card points. Could North have 20 high card points? She could. The responding hand could have 20 points. There would be no way for North's responding hand to show how many responding points North holds. All North can show is 10 or more high card points when responding the change of suit in 2 clubs. Therefore, South, as opener, you have to make sure the auction goes back to North. You have to let North bid again in case North is sitting on this mother load of high card points. You don't want to miss a game. You might not even want to miss a slam. So South, you have to bid something when a responder changes to a new suit, because when a responder changes to a new suit, they only show the floor of their point count. They can't show you the ceiling. They can only show you the bottom, 10 or more in this case. You've got to let North get another chance in the auction, and the only way that happens, South, is for you to not pass. Bid something, South. So you have to consider the best way to continue. Sure, you've got a club fit. You know you have a club fit. But, South, you also have extra length in your opening major suit. We love major suits. And North's responding hand does not know you have more than 5 cards. You should be very interested in showing the extra spade length, because maybe the partnership might still find an 8-card major suit fit. So openers, you may rebid the opening suit with 6 or more cards. And then that would be a major suit or a minor suit. In this case, we're in a major suit. South, I would have you rebid 2 spades. What would that show? Well, first of all, it shows at least 6 spade cards. And it shows a minimum 12 to 15 opening high card points. No distribution, South. You don't know how many spades North has. So what you're doing, South, is you're just rebidding your opening suit a little bit. Boop, just a little bit, 2 spades. That shows the bottom end of your opening 12 to 20. So you have 12 to 15 minimum opening high card points. You have at least 6 spades. And you're really hoping North has 2 spades. And quite often a responder will have 2 cards in a suit. So now we go back to North with this new information. North, you do have 2 spade cards. There is an 8-card major suit fit now. Now, it's a lopsided fit, 6-2, but it's still an 8-card fit. Do not add distribution north for the fit. Why? When you add distribution, you are supposed to be adding for short suits other than the trump suit so that you could use your trump suit on those other short suits. Don't add distribution for a short trump suit. That doesn't help. It doesn't help if your trump suit is short. You want other suits to be short so you can trump them early using your trump. Doesn't help if you're short on trump. So don't add any distribution north for that short spade suit, which is now about to be the trump suit. You have 10 high card points. South is promising you 12, 13, 14, 15 minimum high card points. Do you think the partnership has 25 points? I would gauge it very, very unlikely. South would have to be at the tippy top of 12 to 15, and honestly, it's usually not the case. South is usually closer to 12 or 13 points. So here's what I would think about North. You have a lopsided trump suit and kind of a really iffy possibility of game. I don't like the short trump suit. If I were North, I would not invite, even though I have that 10 to 12 points North. Where are we going to go? If game is really unlikely, there's no point in bidding higher. I don't like the lopsided trump suit. It doesn't help your hand. It might even, some people might even downgrade their points a little bit because of the lopsided trump suit. They might take away a point from their responding hand. So if I were North, honestly, I think I would pass. I don't think I would go higher because I don't think game is likely. So why should I make life harder for my partner with a lopsided trump suit? And so we probably end up playing that one in 2 spades. But now that's an example of when a responder could change to a new suit on the 2 level. So today's lesson was mostly about an opener starting in a minor suit, a responder switching to a new major suit on the 1 level, trying to find a major suit fit where it's 4 cards and 4 cards in that major suit. We also tagged on a little extra information at the end so that you understand that a responder, yes, changes to a new suit on the 1 level most of the time, but there are going to be times when a responder changes to a new suit on the 2 level. And we have more to talk about as we continue in our series about that concept, but I'm opening the door to it now just so that you know it exists. You want to spend most of your mental energy on opener starting in a minor suit and responder bidding a new major suit on the 1 level. And then the partnership finding a 4-4 major suit fit. So go back through your practice document, go back through your lecture document, and look for questions that you might have. And you can certainly email me before class. Otherwise, I will see you in class. Bye now.